Welcome to the weekend review for week 6, module 6. Hey, sorry about getting a late start on the weekend review. I know I like to have these out by Monday morning for you, but I've been totally inundated with a few other projects here at the college. So again, please accept my apologies. But hopefully you found everything, again, pretty much the normal for this week. You will have your normal quiz, your normal learning activity. The big difference that I want to focus on in this weekend review is the discussion. You've probably noticed the discussion tab is now called discussion and move note. So what we're going to be doing for the remainder of the course, rather than having our traditional threaded discussions, what you're going to be doing is now viewing your fellow classmates' move notes and then doing a peer evaluation. You will notice under that tab when you go in there, I've divided you into 3 groups. Makes it more manageable on the number of videos that you have to view, and also ensures that everybody's video gets viewed by peers and receives at least some peer evaluation on it. And roughly you're about 6 or 7 per group. So what you're going to do is watch 2 move notes every week. Then fill out the peer evaluation. You'll find that on there. I have a Word document. You just simply type in or plug in the fields that are there. There are 5 criteria. You're going to judge those criteria from 1 to 5, and then you're going to score your fellow students in those areas, and you'll total them up. It's all in a tab, all in only kind of a you have a table format, so it's pretty easy for you to kind of just plug it in and kind of get it done. I will ask, though, since this is your discussion, that in the portion there where you have comments, please put some meaningful comments, maybe what you really liked about the presentation, what did you learn? And then maybe some recommendations for improvement. Maybe you saw some things that, again, could be improved upon. Maybe you yourself did some things wrong in your own video and you kind of saw, oh yeah, that I think we both need to improve in those areas. So, be kind, but areas for improvement, also things that you, again, thought were very beneficial as well. So please do that. Now, I'm not going to put a word count on that comment section, but if I notice that we're not getting substantial replies in there or comments, I may entertain putting 100 to 150 word count requirement. I did notice as I'm grading, some of you are doing most of you are doing absolutely fantastic with the threaded discussions. Some folks are getting a little light on threaded discussions, and they will notice that a few points taken off for that. So please make sure that, again, the spirit of the discussion is not one sentence. It should be, again, a meaningful exchange of information, or again, something meaningful. And I think you know what the intent of that is. So excellent. So again, just keep on doing your normal good job there, and we'll be fine, and I won't need to put down any kind of word count requirement on there. So other than that, that is pretty much for this week. I am going to have a very quick lecture on compensation systems. I want to do a quick walkthrough that will be up in the lecture area later on today. It goes through especially one problem that you might find on the quiz. I want to go through that in lecture format, so you will see that today. Also later on today, and today is Wednesday morning, by the end of today, midnight Eastern time, all the grading will be caught up. Please take some time, go through the grading, look at your grade book. When I see that an assignment is missing, I put a 1 in there. So if you see anything with a 1 and you already had turned it in, maybe late, and I've talked to a few of you. I know that some medical issues and some folks were moving, and a lot of crazy stuff going on, like it happens to all of us, that some assignments were going to be turned in late. If you see a 1 and you turned it in, please let me know, and it should kind of remind me to go back in and check that, because I may, not I don't normally go back in and check for updated assignments that have been dropped back into Dropboxes or that have been completed. So just send me a reminder. Hey, Chris, check out assignment learning activity 4, and I'll be happy to go back in there and get that graded for you. So please take a look at that now, rather than at the end of the course where we're scrambling around, and maybe I have to chase you down to ask you for a missing assignment. In general, let's try to get some of that stuff now in the next few weeks, get it all cleaned up. And I will say about missing assignments, this did come up in our mid-course conferences. And again, thank you for doing that. I think that was a fantastic job. I hope you guys got some value from that. But let's say if you do have a missing assignment, please don't let it go. Complete it. Even though, let's say, you knew it was late, you say, forget it, I'm not going to do it. Most of our assignments are worth 25 points, and that is a pretty significant chunk of points when you look at your overall total. So my recommendation is, please do it. Let me know that you did it. Yes, there might be, in some cases, a deduction in points, but trust me, you definitely want to get the points rather than pulling a 0 in an area and thinking, I'm not going to take it. I'll be happy to take late work. Again, there'll be a small deduction in points. I'm not going to beat you up about it. I'd rather just have you guys have completed the assignment. I know that you went through the activities and you learned something, and that's really the objective here anyway. So please don't have any 0s and 1s in there, and we've got plenty of time to fix that as we go. Okay, I'll get off my soapbox on that. So very good. I think that pretty much concludes this week in review. Again, look for those items that I told you about. A lecture coming up very soon. A walkthrough on a very, very simple math problem in regards to compensation. And again, I hope you have a good time with these move notes. I was very impressed, guys. Did a really good job. Again, I think we had only, with this group, I think it was only two major technical difficulties. Everybody else was smooth sailing, got them all in. Looks very, very good. Again, a great first attempt, and we know this is your first attempt. Some were extremely polished. There were a few that were just exemplary, definitely. All of them were, good, and again, good solid first attempt at doing something I know that you're uncomfortable in doing. So give yourself a good pat on the back for that. All right, so that's pretty much it. Again, thank you for watching, and we'll touch base next week.